Lydia Alapa, that's my name. Talking sports is my game, and I am the greatest. I love listening to Elegbete TV radio for undiluted, unadulterated. It's probably replicated, but still not yet duplicated. It's sports only on Elegbete TV radio. I seriously love listening to it.
Hello, everybody. What's up, people? My name is Timmy Dakolo, and you're listening to Elegbete TV radio. Stay tuned.
Elegbete TV radio. Redefining broadcasting. Listen.
Good morning and welcome to the Thursday edition of the Sports Buffet on Elegbete TV Radio. My name is Daffy Matthias. You're going to have to come in the Elegbete on the spot. So much to talk about today. Sorry for coming behind shadow 5 minutes. Yes, I got some other things. Okay, so truth of the matter was that I didn't eat last night. I don't know what I was thinking. I'm trying to lose weight. I don't know. I'm not really trying to lose weight. I'm a foodie, if you know me. I ate only once yesterday. I woke up this morning and I was freaking hungry. Okay, and then there's nothing to snack on, so I did a school run, took my kids to school, came back, do one of those things, and I was ready. I set up the show, I was ready, and then so I got somebody to do a 3D design of a hospital that I would like to build. Okay, this is how you plan things. You set the thing in front of you. Every day you want to be looking at it. I want to put the picture here. Every day when I come to this office, I look at it. This is your task. This is your goal, right? So I don't know if you guys ever done trade by barter, where you take one small, say, you take this item, you trade it, and you get this, and then you trade this one. Okay, no. So this is a cock. Forget anywhere your mind, you get out. This is a cock. That's what it's called. It's a crack cock, right? You take this small item, you trade it, and you get this. Then you trade this, and you get this. Then you trade this, and you get this. You trade this, and you get this, until you get to where you want to get to. All right. So I was watching quite a lot. If you're on Netflix, I don't know. Have you the Gotham Garage? Have you watched the series on the Gotham Garage from season 1 to the new one, season 6? There's a reason why I'm asking that question. And you see how they do the flip cars. They take one car, build it up, and then car master to riches, right? Take one car, you flip it, you improve the car, and then you go and give it to somebody else who have another type of car that you need to trade for another car that you need. It's a long maze, right? So I've been on this conversation for a while. People begin to ask me, what's this idea of building a hospital? Where is it coming from? Are you a medical doctor? I'm not a medical doctor, but I've always wanted to build my own hospital since 1989. Yeah, one of the goals I had as a footballer was that if I make good money, I was going to build a big hospital, and then because I'm not a medical doctor, I'll get like a board of trustees that would run it, and then get some of the best doctors. And it's going to have like the children unit, the orthopedic unit, the gynecology unit, the what's it called now? The side where they treat like general GP, general practice, malaria, fever, all those minor things. And then you have like two wings where you have brain surgery, heart surgery kind of things, so that people don't have to be traveling out of the country, just to treat somebody first, the hospital bill, and then you're still thinking of the flight bill, the cost of flight, the person that will accompany them, the place that the accommodation that they will still live. Those things, was always on my mind. And what's the kick for it was the fact that my mom, I told the story before. In 1989, Dr. Sagili, Good News Hospital, Ajero Street, somewhere in Isilia there, did simple appendix operation and forgot a 6 months in my mother's womb, right? And then that scissors I have that two-hand hole like this, but then it's covered at the end. And then 3 days later, they had to rush her back to the hospital after discharge. They removed it, and then they forgot gauze. You know what gauze is? That light cotton hood thing, like the gauze shot that they used to clean blood, that they used to mop up blood, during operation. They forgot it again. And then she had to come back, and then she was like, there was swollen pus coming out of the stitch area. She had to go back again, and then they removed the gauze. And then this time around, we couldn't afford the bill. Okay, so it's not our fault, but we still couldn't afford the bill. So my mom had to sleep on the corridor, for a while we walk, go around. That's where I started my journey into walking when I went from a child to become an adult. So this kind of thing stays with you forever. They are your traumas, those kind of trauma that will never leave. So I've always said that when I grow up, I would build my own hospital, and I will not treat people like this. I will not let people go through this type of thing, right? So that's the reason. So for those of you who's always asking me, sending me message, no, right? Adewale Saka say it means they did not have a good theater team who should have accounted for all instruments used. 1989, Ogbeni, it was 1989. Not this thing you're talking about is today type of hospital. We're talking 1989. So that's the plan. And so when football didn't work because of injuries and the rest, and then when I started YouTube, my wife will always, think that your wife might go mock you, but my wife will always say, all this one, are you starting YouTube because you like this Emanuela, the money that you are hearing that they are making? I said, no. As much as I like the money, I've always liked money. I'm money lover. But basically, I've always want to do a legacy project, something that would outlive me. And even in sports, that's why I work on big projects in sports. If you notice, almost everything that I do, chasing Olympic gold, trying to rebuild the national stadium, trying to turn the league around, those kind of thing is what I've always wanted to do. So that when you die and go, to say, when this man was alive, this is what he did, this is what he did. When people see my children, say, oh, that's the children of that man, that's the grandchildren of that man that did this, I did that. It's kind of like, my obsession anyway. And some people say it's vanity. Well, to you it's vanity. To me, that's my obsession. I like it that way. For some other people, their obsession is to drink alcohol. I don't have a problem with it. It's yours. Right, let's come back to the show. In the words of Barack Obama, are there still anybody who think that Bukayo Saka is better than Lamine Yamal? Did you see the education of Vincent Kompany and Bayern Munich yesterday? Jesus Christ of Nazareth. Those Barcelona boys, those infants, those teenagers, those boys can play football. I wish today was Friday so that we can use pidgin English to describe them. Those boys were moving the ball. They were moving the ball. They were like Barbares in the Kuntus business. They were moving the ball left, right, front, back, and center. They were teaching all these Bayern people that you are the guys that did something bad to our older generation and gave us 8-2. We might not give you guys 8-2, but you people will not go run today. You will chase the ball. You will run and you will tire. We will deal with you. Hey, Palu Sakataya. It was good anyway. It was good to see, this kind of situation where, the right people. But that's bicycle kick by Halinala. I thought tall people, long people, they play Shagalo, but Elinala, I know the year though. It's a different beast, a different type of animal. You don't know when to take risks and when not to take risks. But it was good anyway. So for me, I leave it to you guys to tell me what you felt. What game were you watching? How did you see it? What is it in these Spanish boys that makes you feel, Spain might win the next World Cup. Oh. Truth, Spain might win the next World Cup. These players that they have, Makanaki say Bayern didn't play well. No, not be saying they not play well. Barcelona, see. So the rule of football, if I recall what my coach told me, This is the grand master plan of football. First, stop your opposition from being able to articulate a plan. You don't follow somebody argue where we say, you, okay, so go back, carry your mind back to a tackle. One of the trick is to make sure that that the other person does not articulate their plan, their talk well. So as they are talking, I puncture them. They'll give me yellow card warning. I'll hold back and then I puncture them. So they are not clear. But in my own case, I must make sure I will even off their mic. I must make sure I clear my views, my opinion out. And that's exactly what Barcelona did to Bayern. Once Bayern wants to, bring themselves together, playing from the back, coming forward, getting into the final third, to snap out their candlelight and then let them go look for it again. And then Barcelona know how to use the ball very well. Because I think in Spain, another thing that you should give the Spaniards credit for, in Spain, they don't do this aggressive coaching from age 5. So from age 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 to 10, play anyhow you want. There is no goal post, there is no wing, no defender, no midfielder. Just have fun with the ball. And which I think is the best way. But in England, age 5, they're already teaching you tactics. 5 years old. It's like when I went to my children's school, my son's school. My son is 5. My last one is 5. And they'll bring all these unnecessary assignment. Write later this, do this, all this. So I went to the school and I said I want to see the teacher. So Miss Joseph, I said, Miss Joseph, come. How do you? We talked. And I said, when you were 5 years old, what school were you going to? So she didn't start until she 6. I said, so why do you expect a 5-year-old to be doing this? This boy's job is to identify colors, to do 2-letter words, 3-letter words, and get done. Don't ask my son to write sentence. If you were teaching secondary school before they brought you to this school, please make an exemption with my child. Don't come and fast track his brain. This is how they kill Michael Jackson. Okay, I don't want my son to be an adult. Let him be a child. He's 5 years old. Treat him like a 5-year-old. He said, but he's very brilliant. I said, no. Treat him like a brilliant 5-year-old, but don't turn into Albert Einstein before you go and create atomic bomb and die in regret. And I said, I'm telling you, if you give all these people that homework and their parents are okay with it, I am not okay. Don't do it with my son. I don't put my son in a place where he's going to, you're trying to fast track him, you're trying to jump him into a place where he does not belong yet. When he gets there, he will be there. I don't want my son to be an adult when he's supposed to still be a kid, a baby, right? So now maybe the papa, they give you permission, so to tell you, say, hold the break, stop that break dance and hold it. Let's get it step by step. Don't take things over the top with me. I distaste that kind of thing. And I think she got the message anyway, because I know my son is enjoying school. I noticed that he used to feel bad about stress too much. And my teacher is asking me to do too many things. He's not asking other people to do. I said, don't worry. I'm your father. I will come true for you. That's the reason why I'm here. My papa not there alive to come true for me, but you, I will come true. And so when you look at those Spanish players, you don't put them under tactical instruction, arrangement, formation, low block, high block. No, first fall in love with the ball first. That's what youth football is supposed to be. Make them fall in love with the ball. Make them know how to hit the ball on the wall and it comes back and they can control it perfectly, excellently, know how to play in tight spaces. You know that thing that we used to do where we play football in classrooms? I don't know, we call it stamping wall. We set 4 goalposts in 4 side and then we're dribbling. Nobody is your partner, nobody is your opponent. Anybody, you can score any goal, you can defend your own goal, but you can score any goal, right? And that's what the Spaniards have mastered, and the way they do it, the way they go about it and put themselves, oh God, Spanish football is sweet, even like romance, like Flete, just like, you don't see Jordans, it's like calisthenics, the way they play the ball, the way they do their, Jesus Christ. Bayern. When Bayern won 8-2, they did not punish Barcelona. They just won. They just play, they go and score. This one yesterday was in the torture chambers. Bayern were in the torture chamber. Hey God, let this game just end now. Let earthquake just happen in this stadium. Let's end this match because this is torture. But whether that's Europa Champions League, I'll let you guys be the people who run the conversation. Whatever you think, whatever you saw, it's fine. Mrs. Adafi, how you doing? I mean, Sedafi is looking. You know when your wife is looking, quickie look, giving you that look of let's go and do let's take one shot, and then everybody going separate ways. This morning, Sedafi is giving me that vibe, look, quickie vibe. Get out, I'm married. I'm not don't come and be informing like say you don't know what I'm saying, you people. Come on, get out of here. Don't be informing what today is Thursday. I'm free to say whatever I want to say. Well, let's go to Timothy Denbo's corner and deal with the news. I'll be back like Arnold Schwarzenegger. I will be back. When I come back, I don't say leave woman. Not be woman, and my wife. My wife not be woman. They don't use the word woman anymore. She's my wife. Not be somebody will come and read this thing and not knowing what is happening, and they say, "Oh, that Felice's babe." No, now my wife, Mrs. Edafi. Yeah, that's a reason why. My name is attached to her name, even though it's not my papa. So make a leave woman. Manchester City head coach Pep Guardiola emphasized that the team's primary goal this season is to secure a top 8 spots in the UEFA Champions League. Following a dramatic 5-0 victory over Spartak Prague in yesterday's matchday 3 clash, Guardiola highlighted the importance of finishing among the top 8. According to him, this will help them avoid additional fixtures in February, allowing the squad to concentrate more on the Premier League during that crucial period. In other words, we won't win the Champions League, but this Premier League we will still win them. That's what they're saying. In case you, like, I'm trying to interpret for you in case you don't get the memo. Okay, let's hear from Pep Guardiola himself.
This is radio like you never heard before.
I'm enjoying a lot the way we're playing lately. Not the second half against Fulham, but in general, so pleased. So we concede a few chances. Of course, we concede goals, but the chance we concede is, I would say, relevant lately, and we create a lot. And the definition of the game was, again, 11 players in the 18-yard box. It's not easy. I know that people are a little bit impatient, but we have to be so patient. Otherwise, they make a transitions, and they are so fast, so quick. I know the people, if I did it easy, I know. I saw the game against Saarbrücken and Stuttgart, and I know how good team they are from many aspects. I didn't expect so defense so did that team, but it's happened. But the moment they open a little bit and we provoke, they come. We were able to make a transition, especially with Mateus is there, with Erling. And Saib as well, we are so fast in the transition. That's why the team decide to maybe set back, because otherwise we can punish them with Erling in the space in behind is unstoppable, and understand the defend deep. But we are working to attack better and better. Question of be patient, and we scored 4 goals in Bratislava. Unfortunately, we could have scored much more. But 5 goals here against the team, it wasn't expected for me before the game. And we are there. Still 5 games left, and the target is finishing the first 8, because it's a good advantage to don't play in February, one knockout stage, and focus in the Premier League. And the team, I like the team we're playing. We are alive with the problems to have with the many injuries, like many other teams, of course. But I rely a lot on the players, and they prove me I'm right.
Yeah, so yesterday, me and my guy Sunday Lise, we had a very long call, and we're talking about coaches, tactics, Pep Guardiola, Arteta, Unai Emery, a lot of coaches like that. It's good to have this type of conversation, Shad. It just educates you, like when you're having an educative conversation with someone. It's so brilliant. Okay, so I've got good news. I've been chasing this interview for 20 years. Yeah. So I grew up, I play for Sharks, right? So naturally, when you play for a club, you sit down every day to tell you some of the legends of the club. And one of the greatest legends of Sharks of Port Harcourt was Richard Owobokiri. And every time they talk about him, I watched him a few games. Nigeria versus South Africa in Joburg. A few games. And I really wanted to know the man himself, because there was so much. I think the only Nigeria who won the Europa Golden Boot. And all of those things. So I wanted to know this guy. When I came into radio in August of 2004, and then I realized that I'm also allowed to do bringing interview and all that. One of the person I wanted to interview was Richard Owobokiri. They were like, Saka, no. Will you ever go into professional coaching later? And I don't think I want any more. I have a UEFA B license. I have a UEFA B license, in case you don't know. But I don't want to go back into coaching. I think I've grown bigger than that now. I'm a statesman now. I'm not elder statesman, but I'm a statesman now, and I want to build a stadium. I want to help build national stadium Surulere. I want to facilitate it. Not like, oh, Namigo fund them, but I know people, so I could if I could walk the paperwork on this end, I could maybe make it happen. And that's a bigger achievement than going to coaching. I want to build a hospital, and that's something. I want to build a training center for underprivileged kids to learn, study ICT. Pray to God that they don't jump into Yahoo, but study ICT, sorry, and be able to crack code and create apps, solve problem solving skills. So solution center is called. I mean, in my head, I already know the name. Is a tech solution center where people go and learn how to build an app, how to build things that can easily solve problems. Let's take, for instance, you want to plant trees in the desert, and you don't want human labor to go into the hot desert and all that. But I need people who can create app solutions that can remotely carry drone, fly into those desert, and then puncture holes on the ground and drop seeds. They're using it in some other part of Africa and in China and in the UAE. So it's something that we can do, and we don't need foreigners to come here and do it for us. Sometimes when I know that some of you are like, how this guy brain they work? Yeah, that's how my brain work. Like, I'm always into all this robotics, thinking, how do we get this done? How do we get that done? When you're younger, you want to just have money, buy a house, have a wife, children. I've passed there. Like, this time, I'm no longer thinking, oh, what I want to do for myself. No. It's like, look at the country that you are in and say, there are problems. How do we solve them? There's also the thing that fascinates me a whole lot is agriculture, farming, like planting a lot of tomatoes, pepper, vegetation, fish farming, and all those poultry, very big poultry, mechanized one. Those kind of things are the things that are in my head right now. Not coaching. I could always be a link for other coaches. I could be like a coach's coach, a coach's counsel, that kind of thing. But I'm not gonna go into professional. It doesn't fascinate me anymore. I don't feel like, oh, I want to be a coach. I want football. I think that professional football is filled with too much match fixing, and I'm not interested anymore. Well, let's go to the next one on the line after Pep Guardiola. It's Enzo Maresca. I don't know why I'm loving Enzo Maresca. I just think that Enzo Maresca will win the league soon with Chelsea. I don't know, but I just think I like him. Chelsea head coach Enzo Maresca expresses hope for winger Mykhailo Mudryk. Forget that whole expression of hope. Mykhailo Mudryk's continued progress with the team. In yesterday's pre-match press conference ahead of today's game against Panathinaikos, Maresca addressed questions about Mudryk's return to the squad. He explained that they are working with the winger daily and are optimistic that he will keep improving alongside the team. Maresca added that when Mudryk does get his opportunity, he hopes the player will seize it, not just him, but others in the squad as well. I don't think he would anyway, but let's hear from Enzo Maresca.
I don't know. The only thing I can say that we try to work with Misha every day, and hopefully he can get better and better after day by day with us. And it's more or less like Joao is doing well. The thing is that in this moment there are also more players that they are doing well. The important thing in this moment is for him and for the rest is that when they get the chance, they take it.
Mesdemoiselles, mesdames et messieurs, je vous dis bonsoir. Je m'appelle Oufama Demont et ce soir, je suis avec LGBT sur LGBT TV Radio.
When you have a superstar sister, it's easy, right? Let's talk about Joao, because the coach talked about him, Joao Felix. Talked about him as well in that. And Joao Felix is here. Chelsea forward Joao Felix shared that he had always hoped to return to Chelsea because there's some unfinished business in the Premier League. During yesterday's press conference, he revealed that he frequently told his family and friends he would come back because despite the challenging time Chelsea faced during his previous stint, he truly enjoyed his time in England. So let's continue to get that enjoyment. Let's hope that Chelsea fans will also enjoy the product of your labor by putting the ball in the net when it is necessary. Joao Felix, talk to me.
Yeah, I already said that in few interviews. The time that I left Chelsea in 2023, yeah. I always said to my family and to my friends that one day I would be back to Premier League for sure, because I love the time, despite the bad moment that Chelsea were in that period. I love the time I spent at the club, the league, the players, the environments, and I always said that I wanted to come back, and it happened earlier than I would thought, I think. So yeah, I always thought in coming back.
And that's all, folks. It's Elegbetter TV Radio. Follow us on social media at Elegbetter TV Radio.
Yes, so follow us across our social media. Please, if you have not subscribed, subscribe. Tell your friends to come join us in this community. Let's grow. Yes, again, another good example of why the answer to the question somebody asked, oh, why are you not doing around the MPFL again? Let's go back and take a look at that reason again. Remember, 7 days ago, I uploaded the Coach Paul of 4 video, right? It's a beautiful interview by my own estimation, by my own calculation, by my own thoughts. It's a beautiful interview, but guess what? 7 days ago, we have 454 views on that video. And yesterday, 22 hours ago, exactly 22 hours ago, I uploaded Etimessin's video. Now, you would have thought that not too many people know Etimessin, right? Not too many of us can say we watched him play or we know anything about him. But a lot of people, I mean, Paul of all is yesterday's man. He's in short, he's a today's. It's not yesterday man. It's not an has been. It's a today's man. It's also be a tomorrow man. But you see, because it's the MPFS story, nobody is interested in it. 454 views in 7 days. 22 hours ago, 2,100 views. Because so you can see the difference when you guys bomb my inbox and say, "Oh, I'm abandoning the league. I promised to promote, blah 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 blah." No, it's not like that. It's not. Don't guilt trip me. You don't need to guilt trip me. It's just the reality is that this is how it works now. If you see Etimessin is 2,104, Coach Paul of 4 is 454. 14 comments on it, and then Etimessin already have 42 comments, and it's still under 24 hours. So you can see the difference. So don't make it look like, oh, that he is not interested in promoting the MPFL. I hate that accusation. Every time I hear it, like, what are these people even saying? How are they thinking? No, this is not the right way to think. But then again, people would always think the way they want to think and say things the way they want to say it. And your job is just observe them, and every time when you get the opportunity to educate them, you educate them. I think Sports says, I love Etimessin's video. I shared it. Very good interview. Thank you very much. I wish you would also do the same thing with the Coach Paul of us video as well. Let's go to former coach of Man United, Inter Milan, Real Madrid, Tottenham Hotspur, FC Porto, Chelsea, everywhere. He's a former coach of everywhere. He's a former coach of Nigeria. Yeah, former Manchester United coach Jose Mourinho believes his 2 former clubs are the front runners for this season's UEFA Europa League title. Speaking at a pre-match press conference ahead of his current side Fenerbahce clash with Manchester United tonight, Mourinho reflected on United performance in the competition so far. He acknowledged that while United haven't secured a win yet, they also remain unbeaten. Mourinho noted that earning a point away at Porto is no small feat, even if many expected them to overcome 20, who are also a tough side. He concluded by stating that both Manchester United and Tottenham are his picks to lift the Europa League trophy this season. Maybe the sugar Tottenham, the Tottenham where they go beat, come out for the competition very soon. Maybe it's knockout stage now. You will see it happen. Well, let's hear from Jose Mourinho.
They didn't win, they didn't lose. And in this format where everybody tries to figure out what we need, but nobody knows, I think every point that you get is always a difficult point. To play in Porto is not easy. To get a point in Porto is not easy for anybody. And we also played against, of course, the world expect Man United to beat Twente, especially at Old Trafford. but was a difficult game. What I can say is that one thing are the results that Manchester United is having, and another thing is the potential of the team. Potential of the team is high, and I think the 2 draws in Europa League don't favor us, but also doesn't make a huge difference. In the end of the day, this new format will always allow that the top teams are going to qualify. No problem for a top team to lose 3 or 4 matches out of 8, because then they will win 3 or 4, they will make 12 points easily, and they qualify. So I think they are in a stable situation. And if I have to say now which are the 2 biggest candidates to win Europa League, I think it's easy. Man United and Tottenham is easy. Premier League is a different level of quality, is a different level of intensity, is a different level of pace, is a different level of tactical culture, is a different level of everything. So I think tomorrow we are going to play against one of the 2 strongest teams.
Elegbete TV Radio. We are not just about radio, TV, or YouTube numbers. We are all about connecting with people and creating a community of great minds and values.
Let us go to the wave of the moment, the one who is defying the odds. 11 games played, 10 wins, and the man still think that it's not about winning games or going on, it's not about this type of record. The better one is to win the title. Liverpool head coach Arne Slot. Yes, I slotted in very well. It's not doing it, but Ajax is doing the right thing. He was satisfied with the team's control during their 1-0 victory over RB Leipzig yesterday. A 27-minute goal from Darwin Núñez secured all 3 points for the Reds at the Red Bull Arena. The win allowed Liverpool with Aston Villa, both maintaining a perfect record this season with only goal difference separating them at the top of the table. In his post-match interview with Jules Bridge from TNT Sports, Slot praised his squad dominance for most of the game, though he admitted they could have managed the final moments better. Nonetheless, he was pleased with the overall result. And it's Slot. I need to take back all the words I said about you at the beginning.
First of all, we are really happy with a win. You play a difficult away game against a Group 1 team with Leipzig that has done really well in the league till now, and also last season in the Champions League. So we know it was a difficult away game, but what pleased me a lot is what you just said, that we controlled the game for a large part, except for the last 15 to 20 minutes, where we definitely needed our 2 centre-backs, Virgil and Ibu, to keep a clean sheet, and also our goalkeeper in 2 big moments. And that was, in my opinion, unnecessary. If we would have left this place with a draw, then I would have really felt that we lost something, because in the 70 minutes before, maybe except from the first 10, we dominated the game.
Elegbete TV Radio. We dare to lead. This is radio like you never heard before. Elegbete TV Radio, the best in entertainment and sports.
Yeah, when we're still talking about the Lamine Yamal Bukayo Saka conversation, one thing I need to remind you guys is that Bukayo Saka have had the opportunities to win the Euros twice. He's played with England and got into 2 finals. In one of the finals, it was the villain. Yes, he missed the penalty. He didn't have the balls. Well, Lamine Yamal showed up his first opportunity, first ask. He was the hero. That doesn't solve the problem. Last season, yes, Bukayo Saka and his Arsenal, high-flying Arsenal team, better than this season's Arsenal, had the chance to play against a struggling, suffering Bayern Munich. What happened? He was not at the party. Yesterday, we saw Lamine Yamal against this same Bayern Munich. You could say that this Bayern Munich have improved compared to the one that we saw last season. But guess what? Lamine Yamal was there to lead his team. Ikalupush. To a punishment, 4-1 punishment of FC Bayern Munich. And if that doesn't really satisfy your taste, I don't know what else would satisfy your taste. Well, we're expecting a whole lot from Ademola Lookman yesterday when his side came up at home against Celtic, but Celtic held them to a goalless draw. Held the Bayern Leverkusen to 1-1 draw as well, but Manchester City were not respecter of anybody as they won 5-0. RB Leipzig lost at home to Liverpool. You heard that before. FC Barcelona beat FC Bayern Munich, whatever you call them, 4-1. Atleti lost at home 3-1 to Lille. Lille showed to Atleti that what we did to Real Madrid was no fluke. Once Madrid is on your name, we beat you for fun. And it took them 3-1 in Madrid. So they beat Real Madrid in France and beat Atletico Madrid in Spain. And you know what? There's no return leg. So this one will linger for the rest of the season until next season or anytime they are drawn together again. Benfica were 3-1 losers at home, and Salzburg lost to Dynamo. I wasn't expecting that anyway. 2-0. Young boys were too young. As Inter Milan beat them 1-0. That's the way the cookie crumbled yesterday. So I come to you and I say, how una see how una see the games in the Champions League yesterday. For those of you who wants to know the standing, Aston Villa still stand firm, Gidigba, at the top. There are only 2 clubs in the Champions League that have 100% record of 9 points, and the 2 clubs are from the English Premier League. Does that mean that the English Premier League is currently the best league in the world? Because 3 clubs in the English Premier League are first, second, and third. I still would not agree. Which side? I don't agree. Well, Monaco are in 4th position. You have Aston Villa number 1, Liverpool number 2, Manchester City number 3, Monaco number 4, Brighton number 5. So 2 French teams are there. Do you say that the French league is the second best league in the world? No. And then you have Bayern Leverkusen in number 6, Inter Milan in number 7, Sporting from Portugal are in number 8. Where is my Arsenal? They are out of the top 8. They need to do something. Do something before the show. They need to start scoring a lot of goals, because the reason why they're not up there is because of a lack of goals. They've got a +3 goal difference, but they need to score more. Barcelona, with all their mighty winning, they've scored 10 goals this season, but they've also conceded 3, and then they've lost one game this season, so they've got 6 points. That they're Bayern, Borussia Dortmund are in 11, Real Madrid number 12 position, and then you've got Benfica, Juventus, Lille, Feyenoord, what's their name now? Atalanta, Stuttgart, Paris, Celtic, and Sparta Praga, up to 21. Then you have JNK Dynamo, Bayern Munich in 23 position, Girona in 24. If the group stage were to end today, teams like AC Milan, Club Brugge, Atleti, PSV, Bologna, Shakhtar Donetsk, RB Leipzig, Sturm Graz, Resta Belgrade, or Zvezda Zvezda, Salzburg, Young Boys, Bratislava, all of them will be eliminated from the competition. But then, football doesn't end now. There's still a whole lot more to be played. And when that time comes, we will see. But so far, this is how it looks like. It's just so nice. It's so beautiful. But then let's look at some of the statistics from the UEFA Champions League after match day 3. A lot is going on, but let's see how they have fared, how they have done what they've done, how they've done it, and see where we come. When the goals were scored, most goals have been scored from the first minute to the 15th minute. You have 21 goals scored. From the 16th minute to the 30th minute, you have 29 goals scored. 24 goals have been scored from the 31st minute to the 45th minute, and only 4 goals have been scored after 45 minutes. Then from 46 minutes to the 60th minute, 5 goals scored. 32 goals have been scored from the 61st to the 75th minute. This is the most number of goals scored so far. The window where the most goals have been scored is the 16th to the 30th minute, and then the 61st to the 75th minute. From the 76th to 90th minute, 24 goals have been scored. 90 minutes plus in added time. We've had 9 goals scored so far in the UEFA Champions League. When you talk about the club statistics, the club with the most goal is Borussia Dortmund with 12 goals, followed by Barcelona with 10, Bayern Munich with 10, Manchester City with 9, Monaco with 9, Real Madrid with 8. Okay, when you talk about possession, it is Manchester City who's leading that pool with 70% of the ball possession. Bayern Munich is 63, Monaco 61, Paris Saint-Germain 60.3, VfB Stuttgart 57.3, Salzburg 56. Is it not surprising that FC Barcelona are not in this ranking, but who cares? Okay, passing, it's Real Madrid, Man City that is leading that one. Then Bayern Leverkusen, AC Milan, Borussia Dortmund, Bayern Munich, Paris Saint-Germain. There is no Barcelona, but Barcelona know how to win after losing their first game in this season's Champions League. They've come back to say, you know what? We're not going to take anything for granted anymore. We're going to play like wounded lions, and we're going to make sure we make the top 8 because that is where club like Barcelona belong, not playing at the bottom, not trying to play knockout game. Well, there's a whole lot talk about the Ballon d'Or, the 2024 Ballon d'Or award, and how the Ballon d'Or is going to be decided. Everybody's been asking that question. Many different questions. Well, we'll try and answer some of them and try and deal with some of them. Some of the questions. The Ballon d'Or is so sweet, and the nominees have been revealed since, and you all know those people that have been nominated. Next week, definitely, they would be awarding the winner here. So at the behest of the French football and in partnership with the UEFA, they would award the award. It's going to be, that the UEFA Champions League is presented annually since the year 1956. They've been giving different people the award, but until Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo came and tried to make it their personal thing. Well, the 2024 award will include the men's Ballon d'Or, women's Ballon d'Or, Copa Trophy, best player under 21 years of age, Yassin Trophy, best goalkeeper, Gradmola Trophy, top goal scorer of the previous season, men's club of the year trophy, women's club of the year trophy. 2 new trophies have been added to the list of prizes: men's coach of the year, women's coach of the year, recognizing the invaluable contribution of coaches to success on the pitch. When would they award media? The Ballon d'Or winner of the best media or best social media content creators. When would they do all of that? Because it is important. Well, for now, nobody cares. That's all I can say. Nobody cares who you are, who you are not in the media place. Just do your thing and go. In short, even media, you have to beg and apply for accreditation to be able to get access. It's a long walk to freedom, but we'll see how it goes. Okay, so let's look at this. The documents that are here. Ballon d'Or's people. The list is very, very long. The 30 names are nominated: Jude Bellingham, Akan Chanaloglu, Dani Carvajal, Ruben Dias, Atom Dobak, Phil Foden, Alejandro Grimaldo, Erling Haaland, Matt Hummels, Harry Kane, Toni Kroos, Ademola Lookman, Emiliano Martinez, Lautaro Martinez, Kylian Mbappe, Martin Odegaard, Martin Odegaard? Okay. Dani Olmo, Cole Palmer, Declan. For top! Kika Pampanted, Declan Rice. The nominate. These people now smoking bosso. But I just on the right list at the list. I mean at the APC list too. No, let's forget about the list. I go read this now. It will make me almost go vomit my noodles watch up this morning. No. What's that? Here? No, nah. What's bringing all this nonsense now? Well, Lamine Yamal is there, Sha. I just want you guys to know. Lamine Yamal is there and Bukayo Saka is there, Sha. Vinicius Junior, my guy. Yesterday, Rafinha said, Vinicius, you cannot be the only Brazilian that you're talking about. I'm here. Why you're dealing with, who did Real Madrid play? Why you're dealing with Borussia Dortmund? I'm going to deal with your elder brother. I'm going to make them suffer. Let's do the Brazilian combo, the combolization. Spain have Lamine Yamal and Williams. So we'll have Rafinha and Vinicius Junior in Brazil too. We show them then. Bang, bang, bang. Okay, let's come back to you guys now. You people's turn. I don't want to take too much time today on this show because I have a whole lot of things to do today. Yeah, Precious Yerewa says, good morning, boss. Bukayo Saka has never been on the same wavelength as Lamine Yamal. They shouldn't be in the same sentence. Yamal is clear. Yes, Yamal face show, issue shy. Bukayo Saka's pocket is like sands in the desert. He dry. Philip Honorade say good morning, bros. Good morning to you. Uwa Makanaki say good morning, everyone. Good morning back to you. And then Saka says Saka has done it for some season now. I will wait for Yamal. Don't wait. Sometimes one season is better than 20 seasons. So just enjoy this thing. Iyewagwa Kingsley says, good morning, big big name or sports SBS. SBS. Is it the SBS in Port you're talking or something else? I don't want to know. The School of Basic Studies in Romola you're talking about. Okay, Akimbola Lawrence says UCL last night was electrifying. Back on top of the world. I'm on top of the world. Look at me now. Yay, living my dreams. Okay, the other one says, good morning, Lebanon One. You the groove to your sick tune. Yes, so you have to get in the church. People say we get into the Holy Spirit. Me, I need to get in the groove, feel the energy. Say YouTube is too hard. Like the money now. I know the list of music what for play till they do this thing, but you can't do it. You can't just do it. I know what I for play. I know the music, the playlist what for don't line up, but. My work, you do here now, they shut down your channel. So let's leave it like that. Let's just enjoy what we have, okay? Arola Yodeji says Noah is done at the top, can't get down quickly to save the hat trick, and was at fault for Lewandowski goal. When they discover people 8 goals that time, they know they're at fault. Now India at 5th, only fault. Chooks Adigwe, yes, the Arab prince. He says Saka this, Saka that. It only means one thing, which is the boy is good. Now lie. Every you talk devil this, devil that. Does that mean the devil is good? Don't come and don't play that politics. It did not work. The boy is not good. The boy is good. Look at Arsenal is struggling even to create chances without Starboy. He has been the pivot of Arsenal team for. I'm waiting them win. Waiting them win. You know how long so you mean I've been the pivot for Tottenham Hotspur? Do you know how long Harry Kane was the pivot for Tottenham Hotspur as well? Brother man shift, go and meet Habibi. Olafat says, good morning, boss. Yamal is still learning when it comes to Bukayo Saka. Just because they had a comfortable win yesterday doesn't mean is above Saka. Okay. The Euros when I win, was it a comfortable win or not? I'm just asking because they say Bayern knocked Bukayo Saka out of this competition last year. And all Saka say it means they did not have a good theater. That's that one. Lucky Ogale says Saka is a very effective business football, straight to the point. Lamine has flavor. He cannot flourish everywhere, especially with these tactics obsessed coaches. He is more enjoyable to watch. Lucky Galina, you know what you talk. When we go nowhere, you can use it to say anything you want to say. Anyhow you explain them, anyhow you explain them, Lamine Yamal is better than Bukayo Saka. And then Saka says, good to build a hospital, boss. Yes, but we need millions of subscribers to make it happen. Let me say, boss, you might like Yamal more than Bukayo Saka. Bukayo Saka knows how to play. Not because I like her. No, you don't bring sentiment into this conversation. But the way Yamal is important to Barca, so as Bukayo is very important to Arsenal. And lie. I put it to you that you are wrong. You are very, very wrong. Okay, Lamine Yamal will lead Barcelona to win titles. Bukayo Saka, at this rate, might go 10 years and not win anything. And before you tell me that there's Man City in England, there is also Real Madrid in Spain. So don't even bring that conversation here. The truth is, they went to the same Euro. They compete in the same Euro. Bukayo Saka even have experience in the Euro over Lamine Yamal because he's been there before, gone to the finals and lost to Italy at home in front of his own fans at Wembley. He was the one that missed the penalty. But Lamine Yamal just came in, he's a fresh boy in the competition. He was writing exams. While he was playing the Euros. He still managed to win it. That's my friend shift. This explanation. Give an excuse for failure. No. Not me say, boss. Okay, I think I read that one. Otherwise, like I said, 1989. The standard of practice was really not up to it. People still they suffer that same thing now. Now they make it look like not the mother and child here for, but this way they go give a small kid neighbor maybe wrong injection. Which you do like say you not be Nigeria. You do. I love to say yesterday. I feel it showed that Visa Company still has a long way to go, and it can only be better if the management at Bayern back in. Upamecano of and Kim isn't it? Okay. Lucky Ogale says, we think Saka is ordinary, but you can see from the Arsenal corner routines. Okay, so the whole football is about corner routine. I don't understand. The whole football now is about corner routine. The person will cross the corner now, the more important pass, the person will head the corner. Since after Man City match, what thing we don't they get from the corner? Boss, see, why would they judge football from the playing? It should be corner routine. Of all the things to even bring now, corner routine. You can see that it makes what he does look simple. I think that is why he's under the periscope. If Gordon do half of what he does, oh boy, they never win anything. I was a white player, so if I did judge these two players, I did judge these two players based on knowledge. Like I have an understanding of how that position is played. Now, so I tell all of them that I say, Chukwueze is not how I play ball. All of them come here, they attack me. Do you see what he did against Madrid? Now, Unana they wouldn't want me to invite a national team again. That's Chukwueze. He's a fascinating player. He's a one that when he signed for AC Milan, they don't let me hear say he will prove you wrong. He's going to a more tactical league now. You know they see much play. I just tell you, I know the same match play. Piman said they were caressing the ball, moving was an understatement. Thank you very much. What Makanaki say Edafe? If I'm being honest, Bayern Munich didn't play well. Now because Barcelona not let them play well. You know when Barcelona beat Manchester United for Champions League finals, they said they not play well. What is Alex? They say, how do you play well when you know they see the ball? What you want to play? You want to run like flash for the stadium, and that's what it be now. So they don't let them play. Lucky Ogale say, I think as a flick is cut from the old school coaching system. His players are not robots. See freedom of expression like street corridor football. Now coaching they show so. Thank you very much. I agree with you on that one. I don't like your day to say why that level of high line when playing against fast wingers. What was Company thinking? He was thinking that he could catch them by surprise. He was thinking that he's coaching Manchester City and that he's Pep Guardiola. Paul Obi, they agree to Eda. Mr. David, please, are you saying that Baka has arrived or that they are doing both? That what they are doing both in the league and Champions League is a fluke? Where they go before they arrive? What is fluke? Fluke how? I don't understand. First off, it is not fluke what they are doing in the league and what they are doing in Champions League. It's not fluke because if they lose, people will say, oh, they are not good enough. So when they win, let's give them the praises that they get, that they deserve. Arrive, you know, in football, there's no perfection in football. Football is a continuous modeling. And one of the reasons why I'm giving Barcelona this much praise and this much accolades is the fact that they're using a lot of kids in their team. That's 1. 2, they are going through a massive financial dip. All of the teams that matters in football today, if they go through the kind of financial dip that Barcelona are going through right now, they will not even make the top 4. Any small crisis, now crisis come out Manchester United from top 4. Now small crisis or change of ownership. Now I come out Chelsea for top 4. Small crisis where they get for Bayern boardroom, they're not win title again. So you have to give credit where it is due. And when you look at FC Barcelona, in case we're forgetting, the entire midfield of FC Barcelona at one point was out. So let's look at Barcelona for a minute. You know, there was a time when you look at the Barcelona team, men were playing for that team. Men, name, established name. If you do not watch Barcelona, nobody know who Lopez is. Nobody know who Casado is. Let's be very honest. We may know Kunde, we may know Balde, maybe Martinez. If you mention Martinez now, there are 2 Martinez that will come to your mind. Amy Martinez, the goalkeeper for Aston Villa, and then the Argentine butcher that is not butchering anything but himself at Manchester United. There's nobody there. Pena. Also, it's not somebody that anybody knows. Kumbasi is doing an incredible job. Yesterday was not really that fantastic, but it was still good. Okay. When you look at those players in the Barcelona team, maybe 4 names are known to people. Rafinha, because he played in the Premier League, Lewandowski, Lamine Yamal, and then Pedri. The other guys are just basic average, right? So when you see the kind of football that they are playing, you need to give them the credit that they deserve. Look at Barcelona team. They have Guerrero, Upamecano, Kim, Davis. This is a solid as you can get defense line that should be shutting anybody out. They have Polinia, they have Kimmich, they have Muller, they have Olise, Michael Olise, they have Nabry, and then Harry Kane. This is a squad of men playing against a squad of boys. And still the boys were running rings around them and making them look like overfed, pregnant goat or dog. So there is so much about the Barcelona team that when you look at them, you're like, okay, wait a minute, let's even analyze this team based on what is and what could have been, right? Just a few seasons ago, Bade was what we call Ogbori. Kunde will not walk into any of the Barcelona team from Frank Rijkaard up until now. Will not enter any of the Barcelona team. Bade the same way, Martinez the same way, Kubasi the same way, Casado the same team. Maybe Pedri would be on the bench and be going in and out. Definitely Lopez cannot bench. Xavi cannot bench. Iniesta doesn't have anybody he can bench. Rafinha will not bench. I don't think that Rafinha will bench anybody in Ronaldinho, Deco. All of those players are played in that position. Lamine Yamal will come in, but the long period of Messi means that he will not even see Jesse to play. As good, as incredible as Lewandowski, there are two Lewandowski. The Lewandowski of Bayern Munich and the Lewandowski of FC Barcelona. This is the fading and the dying embers of Lewandowski. He will not bench David Villa. He will not bench Thierry Henry. He will not bench Samuel Eto'o. He will not bench any of those guys. But still, look at the way he's playing. And then you got to look at them and say, wow, this guys are playing football. These guys are playing football that you will love. There is also Gabri, what's his name, that's not playing because he's out injured. An entire team that was not, really doing well. And then you look at the list of players that Barcelona have out injured. Okay, they still have Arroyo injured. They still have Christensen. They have Bernal. They have Garcia, Ter Stegen, Ferran Torres, and all of those guys out injured. And they play the way they play. There's Gavi. That's one little boy, one little guy that behaves like he's the new Xavi Iniesta. Gavi, fantastic footballer. I could go on and on waxing lyrical about FC Barcelona because I think that, one, they play football the way I want to see football played, right? And then again, the players are inventive in their own imagination. They play with the freedom to be creative, not predictable. Bukayo Saka does well. I'm not saying he's not a good player, like he doesn't do well. But listen, Bukayo Saka is not Lamine Yamal. They are not on the same level. And all of those people, let's wait for his age. We did not wait for Messi's age. When Messi played 2 seasons, we all know that this guy is better than anybody. Whoever there is now, has been, and to come. Because this was the guy. And that's how I judge football. So all of you say, let's wait till he gets to his age. By the time you get to Bukayo Saka age, you could not win Champions League, win like 2 league titles. Bukayo Saka is still struggling to win titles. Yeah, we even cup you do now. They talk of say, look, wait till his age. You say what is more beginning to do. Teenager, they play football like say, people grandpapa. The fact that they even compare him with Bukayo Saka tells you how good the boy is. All of us say, boss, let's not forget Flick knows the Bayern team in and out. I feel back were just clinically because Bayern had more of the ball, whatever you call it, but the most important thing is that a team won 4-1. What you do with the ball you get? And the way Saka says, Spain train gifted players and incorporate them into a team. Chuks Adigwe says Saka is not good, yet he won the English Player of the Year back to back. Okay, let's even use that as a measure. Phil Foden won the award. You want to say Phil Foden is a world-class player, right? What's it called? Kopama is also there. Do you know how many people have won that stupid award in England? You know how they give this nonsense, senseless award? What's it called? Didier Drogba never won Player of the Month in England. Yes, Kevin De Bruyne never won Player of the Month in England. Go look for the people who won it ahead of them, ahead of those two people, and tell me what you think that they have done better than those two players in the time that they played. So don't bring all those mumu shitty award for me because I can't do award back to back. All those nonsense that they do politically, so that we are in the place. See, once Bukayo Saka faced the racist backlash, I told a friend of mine, I said they will do everything to make this guy the poster boy of English football. Arsenal will do everything not to sign a player to compete with him because they want to say, no, we they project black players who till he go born now. Because say with all the opportunity was given, he couldn't lead Arsenal to anything. We've seen this before now. We've seen this player before with John Barnes. We've seen it player with Paul Ince. I just follow football 2 days ago. We've seen this player with John Barnes, Paul Ince, what's the other guy? So Campbell. Did you not remember when they wrote England all-time 100 players and they didn't put one black player? And then when they asked the guys, the committee people, they said they forgot that these guys played for England. My shift, my mouse rude. Chunks and Igwes went on. He said, always in the conversation, yet is not good. I beg. Nicolas Pepe was always in the conversation. He's a good player. This guy that this Puff Daddy boyfriend that use baby oil to rub is always in the conversation. That went to Barcelona and he realized that football level. What's his name? That guy that have muscle now. What's his? Adama Traore. He's always in the conversation. Does that make him a good player? To a Walcott was always in the conversation, just the same way Bukayo Saka has been in the conversation. Jack Wilshere was always, Arsenal have the most number of people in the media. Even when social media became the mainstream media, Arsenal already built the biggest platform of media. Arsenal have conversations that people should not be having. We were all here. They forced us to believe that Arsene Wenger built a stadium. So if you want to talk about having been in a conversation, Arsenal have a way of creating stupid conversation and make it look like this is the real deal. So don't give me. I'm an Arsenal fan. Don't make me mistake about it. I'm an Arsenal fan. I was born into it. But I have an FA Cup medal to show for it. I have that's how deep it goes. But at some point, we need to tell ourselves the truth. Bukayo Saka is not all that. To bring in nonsense. You want to show that you are all that. Come and win something. Into what's it called? He's not good yet. The English always look up to him to make difference whenever he plays. So anybody who plays for England now is good, right? Okay. England have not won anything since 1966, last time I checked. So maybe when we start talking about this, we would be clear what we're saying. In my opinion, Bukayo Saka is as good as the best players of the age currently playing football. He's so good that when being compared to world-class players, people will start mentioning world-class retired players like Robben, Overmars, Ribéry instead of active footballer. No, they mention Yamal is active now, and I say Yamal too young. When they talk people where they active now, Jamal Musiala, they are active. Well, let's stay with people that are active. Rafinha is active. Let's stay with the active one. Everyone call retired ones again. Let's stay with that. Is he better than these names that I'm mentioning? No, not me. So my question is, why is every right winger compared to Bukayo Saka? No, this is what happened. In case you don't understand, they woke up one morning and said Bukayo Saka is a world-class player. And this is what happened with Eden Hazard. Remember, they say Bukayo Saka is a world-class player and is better than anybody there is. So now we're giving you evidence of people that is better than him. Now, people, when you put yourself out there that you're better than everybody, wait for the backlash. To every action, there is an equal or opposite reaction. So it's a total law of motion. Bukayo Saka was just Bukayo Saka until people start saying he's world-class, he's a Ballon d'Or standard, he's better than everybody playing in that position. How can you be better than Mo Salah? No. How can you be better than? No, he's not better than. Even says not the way they injure when they play regularly better person. I will pick right now. I'm not a fan of Michael Olise, but Michael Olise might just, put his heart in the ring and say, I'm in this conversation. That's the point. Nobody was mentioning Bukayo Saka until they gave us this impression that he is better than everybody there. And once you do that, you're going to face question. This is not a Nigerian church where the pastor hears from God and everybody hears from the pastor. When you say this player is this, Google, like Peter Obi will say, verify, go and verify. We will fact check him now. So fact checking the guy who they say is world class. We're not comparing notes. Okay, Arsenal played against an informed Arsenal played against this Bayern when they were even worse than this. They managed to beat Arsenal. Bukayo Saka wasn't that thing. Lamine Yamal played against this Bayern now, who is better than the one that beat Arsenal, and they took them to the cleaners. It's a conversation. It's just the same way when Aston Villa beat Bayern. People say, "Oh, the Bayern that is beating Arsenal every time." Aston Villa went out of the Champions League 42 years ago, beating the same Bayern in the finals, and then they got out and they come back 42 years after and beat the Bayern. Do you know how many times Bayern have beaten Arsenal? 5-1, 5-0, 5-2. So it's a conversation. That's how media work. You may not like it because they are mentioning your favorite player, but that's how media works. If you put your player out there, everybody's going to talk about him. Why do we talk about Osimhen the most? Because he's the guy that is put up there. He's the spotlight guy. So everybody will talk about him. Don't make it look like, we shouldn't talk about. No, we will talk. Let me say, my question is, why is every right winger compared to Bukayo Saka, Foden, Palmer, Yamal, even Rafinha too? These comparisons to they come with more players. Adeole Saka said, reason why players from Sociedad will blend with players in Barcelona. Adeole Saka said, I saw a document about Xavi and was amazed with the tight space training. Adeole Ayodele say, it's 4 corner post, don't think it's still being played on the street. I don't think they play it anymore. Schools are different now. Schools are different. Even the public schools, that back in the day when we went to public schools, they were big. Take for instance in Warri, a school called Europa College have 2 standard football field. Today no, Manila no even build that land. They don't share them. They don't build something. They build shop, rent, make money out of it. So things have changed. I quite agree on that one. But then there are, those abandoned classes back then in public school where they don't use for anything. So that's where when you don't pay your school fees and they drag you out of class, you say, praise the Lord, hallelujah. You don't want to go home. You will be in school. You go and set your goalposts and be playing. Nobody answer you because that's like the dead end side of the school where there's no roof, where people go sit down for fence, the sheet for back, that kind of thing. If you went to public school, you understand. But for those of now, we be Ajabota, even when I not get money, when I go private school, when I not understand it. This is why they talk now. They sound like say, and they talk upside down. Okay. I don't want Saka say leave room. I don't feel leave. And I be a gigi bread. Precious anyone say you have permission, sir. 5 minutes is okay. Go and handle business first. No, this show is important. If I leave here 5 minutes, if I come back, everybody don't go back to their business. So, Akibola Lawrence say Australia under 17 girls are just too wicked, beating, thumping their opponent 19. Now football, come ready or be beaten. There's no joking about it. That's what football supposed to be. If you see you go key, press the neck, kill him. Additional man say why Bayern had players who could manipulate and break Barca in the final third. Barca were very direct and intentional to hit all Bayern spaces. The center backs for Bayern suffer. Rafinha na sniper. Adewale Saka says the Yamal Saka comparison is not fair. We will judge when Yamal is at his age. The goalposts have just been shifted again. Every time when the conversation is not favoring Saka, we shift the goalposts. But when it favors Saka, that's the standard rule. Additional Avuma say Manuel self felt the brunt. He was one step slower. The Barca boys were on fire. Off the ball runs by the Barca boys enter another level. Upamecano and his second confused where to enter. Olafat says, boss, so I was reading Murphy's tweet this morning and he was explaining how Brilla was brilliant like a court group. Funny. Even some guys were giving their testimonies too. So what do you want me to say? What do you want me to say? So many people have always said, "Oh, Daffy, you're not sharing your part of the story. There's something to hide." Let me refresh my memory, because people choose to have amnesia in this brilliant thing, and now everybody hitting me hard. 2017, August 15, the Brilla had a 4 hours meeting, 10 o'clock to 2 o'clock, to try to manipulate lies and lies and lies and lies. They are looking for the one. When you have like. Have you ever have like a brainstorming section in a company where there's a whiteboard and they say everybody stick up idea, just throw up idea. I said that the World Cup we went to was because of I gave credit to Shola Ekpeku, which was the truth. Instead of me to give credit to Larry Zamuji. Yeah, I not talk. Next thing is I was one place where I was doing presentation and I addressed as Larry Zamuji. I didn't even put doctor. Do I know how hard it was for him to go to school? I mean give him the title double doctor. Kobaru one or sponsor. But hey, just because of that was the problem. Oh, they offered me manager position and I turned it down. Who sack a person because of such rubbish? Oh, I went to do a content on YouTube. They couldn't find they couldn't find something. When Haman wanted to kill the Jews and Mordecai and the rest and Esther, he wanted to exterminate them because he's the exterminator. He was cooking up ideas that doesn't end. He went to go and build a gallows. Eventually, now they take hang him. Because in they say you use and hang Mordecai. But now they use and they hang. They talk for 4 hours. Do you know what it means that you want to sack your staff? You call a 4-hour meeting of all your staff, all your senior staff, major staff members. You stop work. Make the discuss this guy. Your daughter is there taking notes. Everybody's talking. And I've got mad respect for the man up here. That day, the respect went off. But this is who I am. If I wrong you, knowingly or unknowingly, I'm the first person. A lot of people think Edaf is very arrogant, and I like it that way. I like that picture. Whatever you feel of me from afar is okay. I'll be the first person to come and apologize to you. I will call small boy sir. I will call small girl ma. It doesn't take anything away from me. But you see, when I am not wrong, when I not do you wrong, I not do anything, you come at me, and I'm looking at you like you're really coming at me for not doing wrong. As a matter of fact, you're coming at me for doing the right things. I will sit back and I'll make you understand that some people, and I do believe in spirit, I do believe in grace, I do believe in aura. Some people have equal measure of good and evil. This good, this ability to be in a place and the place will grow. Some people also have the ability to point their hand on something and say, you go see. And it does happen. That's how I grew up. I believe in that kind of universe. So when I left, it was okay. I was like, my wife see this and they mock me today. He said, you they sack you for work. You come back, you they laugh. You talk like joke. I was like, was I supposed to be crying? It's not my father's company. It's not like. And you know what was strange is if somebody has worked for you for years without pay, and you now start thinking that if you sack him, he could die, you're stupid, right? But hey, I said it be who the gods wants to kill if let's make mad. But I remember 3 days I wasn't on air, and it was strange. And I start seeing people's comment on Twitter. So those of you say that I need to talk. People were saying good riddance to bad rubbish. We knew his time would come. Hand not touch him. People said all sort of things. You guys were witness to it. So don't pretend like you were not there. Some of you who are here now were in that camp. We're rejoicing. The idiot don't come out. And we will have peace. 16 days later, Murphy left. Shanamadi left. They didn't fire them all. They left because, let me tell you one of the things that people don't know. I don't take credit for certain things. Majority of the people that were there, and you can ask them, the Murphys, the Sexy Joe, the Overdose, were there because I kept begging them, like, guys, this is a team. This is like a basketball team. I want to win more ring. I want to win more titles. So, guys, I need you guys. We're in war. We're fighting Nigeria Info. We're at this place. So, let's do this thing together. These other guys, all these them, they don't know anything. They're just there. They don't shit. Football. No. Imagine I saw the national team when he was media officer and he said, hey, Nana, you understand those things? I said, shut the fuck up. You don't know anything. We're talking about football, yeah. That is why when we say they come out of school, they're not forget work anywhere. They just come to them for years, say that it's make match. We're talking about people who know football. I do know this thing called football. So there was nothing to fight for. And then, just when that happened, you know when you sack somebody, you let him go, right? He has the opportunity to go work anywhere he wants to work. You write to every radio station say, no, they no employee that way. People will get radio station begin call me like, what do you do this guy so where they block you like this? That one pass. Agencies, you begin writing, don't give him job, don't give him campaign. Before you know, I'm not saying I didn't do more. I lost my verified Twitter handle. I had a lot of followings. My first YouTube channel, people don't know this, but the YouTube channel that I officially set up to do this campaign was not my personal YouTube channel. It was another YouTube channel. I lost it. I was like, what's going on? Took my car. I was like, okay. This is war, right? This is war. We can fight this war. This war can be fought and won in a better way. There was never a plan for me to have an online radio to go this big, to sharp. No, it wasn't. I just wanted to do YouTube for fun. I just wanted to keep, memories of some of the things that I've done there. That's all I wanted. All of a sudden, I started hearing story. I thief Brilla idea. They wanted to do Brilla TV. I stole it. I was like, they think I earn 180,000 naira a month. This guy is worth 6 billion. I fit TV idea. Why man they think like say on I get sense? Why Nigerians like this? They sponsored post in Bella Nigeria, different place, Nigeria. Ungrateful that they shared idea with him. I said, really? I not talk. They create. Don't forget they created Bella TV. Lagbo Felele. You know remember the program where they do Lagbo Felele? It not last. They not fit pay people. The people that they call the young Gen Z people, when they take rubbish, they're not fit stay, they're wrong. Desmond, what do you call? Desmond Anobelu was one of the people, there was a producer. He wrong. He can't work on me. Do you know what it means to leave a man who is worth 6 billion to go and work for somebody who not their money? You can't work for me, carry a camera, give me to the camera spoil for my hand. The story long, but I hate to be telling the story because it's not my story to tell. But now, before we know the close Kaduna, the close Onisha, the close station everywhere. Now maybe the bad egg. I'm the bad guy. When I was there, they were opening station everywhere. Port Harcourt, when they opened 2 days ago, they don't close at that. You think I joke? See, when a place is bad, it is bad. It is not my place to tell the story. Eventually, reality will catch up with people. Evil never last forever. I'm always saying that thing. Evil don't last forever. You can manipulate people. But Mali said you can fool them people sometimes, but you can't follow the people all the time. It will come catch up with you because you do evil, and some people are loyal enough to like cover you up. Don't mean say what you do good. I was in 1991. There's a pastor called Pastor Silas. Then was a pastor, is Reverend Pastor Silas who said, because it is producing money for you does not mean that the hand of God is in it. Even though you are calling the name of God, you're saying we give God the glory. Sometimes good things happen even to bad people. That's how life is. So I don't care. It's not my place to tell these stories. It's their place to reap what they sow. Because by telling the story, I don't need to go sit in honest boys and say, oh, this is what they did to me, this is what happened, this is what. I'm just saying the same people who were throwing party, they don't fire Idafi, are now facing the wrath of what they were used to do against me, Murphy, and the rest of. You don't work for a place where we say, they're not saying that you, now this maybe 3-4 people, now they bring the money, they pay everybody salary. Everybody, they work against us. You don't work for that kind of place because the owner wants it to be like that. Like, I got queried for not attending prayers. You don't work for company where they say, because they say, hey, that he doesn't even have query on his file. Let's query him. They query me for not attending prayers. They talk plenty. Sometimes I just hate it. Too they childish to talk about. They write me a query and I reply the guy. I was on air doing attack for leave attack where sponsor they pay for. Come, what is that they pay for? Come do prayer. Let them pray now. They should pray. She in a house of prayer. I mean, na broadcast house. I'm gonna leave this matter. Sometimes I hate to talk about it because it pisses me off. It takes me to a place where I don't want to go to, and that's why I try to keep it off. But you guys keep bringing it up like, oh, if there's something to hide, maybe you are the one that is wrong. No, I don't have anything to hide. The result I'm growing from. I started a YouTube channel out of nowhere, and it's growing. The place where they establish where I live, where they say you can never be as big as then they close down. You just say my joke. Not the same economy with the face. I mean, not get money. Now the same economy, the same. I pay for the same food. I pay for the same internet. What could they say now? I beg you, more leave matter. Additional man say UCL was great last night. Adewale Saka say, will you ever go back into professional? No, I will not. Additional Fuma says Richard Ubukiri, Chuk Shadigwe say Feyenoord was a surprise package to God made me. Spanking Athletic, I could see it coming, but 3-1. Athletic in their home, I never saw that coming. I'm not even sure I saw it coming. Let me not even deceive myself. I'm not sure I ever saw that coming. Adewale Saka say, how do you transfer your football knowledge to the next generation? I think that, transfer of knowledge will always happen. If people come to you, so let me give you a very good example. One of the most brilliant human beings I know in Nigeria today is Alibaba. Alibaba is going to be there, I'm going to be here. But if I go to him and say, Mingo, I carry wine, go give him more, you know how it is now, the traditional way. I'm not going to be so civilized that I forget what my ancestors did when they seek counsels, when they seek wisdom. Because it took this person a lot of hard work, a lot of reading, a lot of research, a lot of experience, personal and collective experience, to build that repertoire, that reservoir of knowledge. So if I want to go and connect my suction cable to it and draw from their wisdom, their knowledge, I need to first of all break my alabaster box on their feet, right? So I go to who have the knowledge that I don't have, but I'm seeking, and I ask, because if you want to go to school, what do you go to school to do? To go get knowledge? Do you not pay school fees? And so I go there and I break my alabaster box, maybe present a wine. Like every time I go to Alibaba's place, I'm taking one wine or one whiskey, one thing, one gift. It could just be handkerchief, it could just be a T-square, it could be tie, something. But you have to honor the person who your source. If you keep throwing dirty water in your source of water, you would end up drinking poison. So That's the way I see it. And I don't also join people who speak negatively about him because I see people who do that. The other day I saw a video of somebody who was always talking bad of him, not going to beg him that I want to do a show, come and support my Shaza. I just laughed. Like, okay, I mean, it's not my place to tell, but I just laughed. So that's how you share knowledge. Let him who lack wisdom ask. Is that not what they write in the Bible? If you need knowledge, you ask. In 2010, Emmanuel A-Team's mother brought him to me. Mrs. Joy, Coach Joy. And before you know it, I shared my experience, my knowledge to him. I guided him like a laser, told him this are the things you should do. I begged my former company to employ him. They said he was too weak. He became the guy who was leading the charge to run us down. Okay, so that's the way it is. Became the champion of the competition against us. Point is, I would always share that knowledge to whoever seek. Emmanuel Sebastian today is the voice of the league. He came. I don't know him before he reached out to me online. Jamila Adelashe, the same thing. So if you reach out, you would definitely get my attention. But the only people who cannot get my attention, and I say it up front, if you get body odor, don't worry yourself, no come. We will not go feed, and there's no admission. I not feed cohabit with you. We will get problem. Maybe if we just share knowledge online, that's where it ends. So with people like that, if you recall, when we did Sports Lounge, it's the second episode, Emmanuel Sebastian's mom baked a cake, very lovely cake, and sent it to us. That's something very, very pivotal to me. It's very important. I'm not a cake person. I don't eat cake, if you know me very well. But it was important that somebody first off decide to come learn from me, and then the mother is to support. How many people get mama when they say they support that kind of thing? So it was that moment that I said, you know what? Anytime I know I will offer this boy any opportunity I have, I will try and open door for him. It is up to him to grab it, but I would push him as best as I can. When I had the opportunity to produce the league, 11 games that I did, I was looking for the window to slot him in because, again, you don't just throw him in at the beginning and then he doesn't do well and everybody says it's not good enough. So you're looking, when we're coasting, when we've got that momentum, Emmanuel Sebastian, come and pair with Emmanuel A-Team. These are my two products, all right? As soon as Emmanuel A-Team says he's traveling abroad, I said, okay, now, maybe I put this guy. It wasn't favoritism or nepotism, but let's give him opportunity. If he grabs it, fine. I still don't think that Emmanuel Sebastian is the best commentator right now in Nigeria. I think that in Nigeria today, the best commentator is Onakosi, right? That's the fact, right? From my own perspective, from my own view. And, you know, sometimes Emmanuel Sebastian might not be happy that I'm saying this because he's my guy, he's my boy. Why should I be saying that? But that's just the truth. It's up to him to now work hard and get to that level. But one of the things I like about Emmanuel Sebastian, and that's the reason why I know he will become the best. The boy is always willing to learn. He's always pushing hard. He doesn't even see himself like he's there yet. He's looking like, okay, what can I do more? How can I improve myself? How do I go there? And he's quiet. He's like a cheetah. You know, he's observing and he's studying and he's, you know, and then he can walk through pain barrier. He can walk through pain threshold. Stress him, he will still deliver. Then that guy used to wake up from Ajegule or wherever, and he will come here for a 9 o'clock show, a 1 hour show, and then when he's done, he would go back again for free. And come on, those are the kind of people that would always be successful in life. Okay, what's it called? Paul Obisi beside of a place. How is Coach Ayre is doing fine? He's in Dubai. It's doing great. Doing well, and his team is also doing well. Olafa say, boss, what's your take on private institutions coming to invest in local football? We've seen it with Don Jazzy before, and now the bunch. So somebody asked me this question on Twitter the other day, and I said they are all going to fail because, first off, they don't have a track record of being patient. Football is a patient industry. Football is not a profitable business, and these guys do not have the character that football require. You see what Kole Shaname is doing, and that's good. You see what Shala is doing. Even Shala, he don't retire him. The band, the Burna Boy, I don't think they will last. They will crash and burn. I'm not wishing them bad, but I'm speaking from experience. I've been in this place where they are now before, and you just think that you just come in, you just do magic. You know, all those people in England, people will come and buy my players. Before you sell $100,000 worth of a player, you may have spent $500,000. They are not really as rich as we think they are. Okay, once they start losing money, their account, they start getting that debit alert, it's coming. They will start treating the real character in them will show. They will start seeing them treating players like shit, and those players will talk bad about them, and then it cannot hold. I don't think they have it. I don't think they have it. What would have happened if 4 or 6 or 10 entertainers come together and say, you know what, guys, let us use our star power, collectively come together, build a team that is powerful enough to also sell, and that's why the most successful model are the model of people who go abroad to own a team. Kole Shaname owns City Firenze. This guy owns a club. Shola owns a club in Denmark. You can grow from there. But with the model that these guys are the badge, I mean, they will fail. I'm not wishing them bad, but it's the reality. There are some things that you are a master at, and you see people coming in. If I go into comedy today, I people will come and say, well, you know, if you don't, come on there. You know, if you can't get camera, please. Because they're small. Above you come and say, well, why you, what you don't worry, you want to stop to the respect you. The respect will get for you, want to lose. You understand? There are some, but if I go into coaching today, if I go into coaching and I have the luxury to do what I want to do, my team will play the best football. Like, I don't even need to think about it. If I put a team, if I put my work together in 3 to 6 months, I'll put out a team out because I'm good there. I'm not, there's some things like, it's like me going to sing, go release an album. Come on, shit. Some things you don't even bother about. I don't think they have the nuance to understand what it means. I mean, I still sit in major forum and I'm talking to people and I tell them that football is not profitable business. I go, hey, what do you mean? You're lying. And these are grown, highly educated people you think should know. And if people don't know that at this point, you jump into a business that you don't have an understanding of. You know that people still come to me and tell me, hey, can we come together and build a proper radio station? So what do you mean a proper radio station? We will go and get license. I say, you want to foolishly spend 5 billion in an industry that is already dead? When I was in 2012, 30 minutes show, sponsorship was 12 million. Today, 30 minutes show, sponsorship is 1.5 million per quarter. What the fuck are you saying? Who wants to go into that kind of industry? What do you think is going to change? The industry is dead. But that's the level of ignorance. So in sports, if you don't know how the industry will work, you jump in, you go come out, you will crash and burn. The Larry just said the breasts stand firm despite all the flattening and sagging process apply. I'm talking about, I know say you talk about UCL, I shall kill you there. Arnold Schwarzenegger. UCL match yesterday against Leverkusen. Actually, they couldn't smooch their way through breast for a win. You see how people spoil for this life. This is money. I talk about quickie just like with my wife, that legally married wife. Some people say I spoil. What do you want to say about Olariwaju now? Olariwaju, you see, God is watching you. Olariwaju say, who will win the league first between Arteta, Andrew? Who be Andrew? Enzo Maresca. As strange as this may sound, if Saka doesn't win the league this season, his chance is gone. And if he doesn't win it this season, Enzo Maresca would win the league before him. ITK Sports say Bukayo Saka is the standard. Foden is better. Palmer is better. Yamal is better. Madueke is better. etc. I don't think Bukayo Saka is better, but I would take him ahead of all at Arsenal. That's the point. Arsenal is an average team. ITK Sports say, I loved Etim Essence video. I shared it. Very good interview. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that one that you did. Anybody sharing my content, God bless you. I really do appreciate. Lord Mayor, that does not want to join the members. He said Etim interview was elite. I love his old stories, even if I don't know him in his playing days. Ohibomi Ozoya said, I used to think you were harsh when you were analyzing players, e.g. Saka, but I didn't rethink when I said to myself that you are a coach. People will run if they hear Pep's assessment of players. And Sebastian Inede says, how do you think the scrapping of sports ministry? I said it's good. So first of all, I fought for the sports ministry to be separated from the Ministry of Youth. But then we now have a dummy as a sports minister. And the guy doesn't listen to people. And I was sitting in my house one day, I was selling a friend, me and somebody in the chat, Bayo. And I was like, Bayo, you realize that this sports minister does not even know that I've fought 12 years to create the office that he's sitting on. And he doesn't even listen. I'm putting things on his plate that would Nigerians say, God, people are stupid. like that will give him legacy. He doesn't listen. He's there on social media trying to explain nonsense. I was like, okay. In number 10, they go scrap this thing because he's accumulating nuisance. Everywhere he goes, he's creating rubbish. I said, no, it's not going to happen. Tinubu don't even get that time. I said, you go see him. The problem is that when they say Tinubu, Nabuari, Tinubu, they see everything when they happen. We woke up on how it is with me. Yesterday, I was over the moon. I was over the moon. This is the point where you play that Dubai song. I'm on top of the world. Look at me now. Yeah. I just feel like I've gotten to the point in Nigeria where I could sit in my house and orchestrate moves and things are happening. So it just makes me happy. Like, man, I'm not be very dark man. I'm not going to do video. But some people go hear up. And I like the person that appointed. Not like he's the best guy, but just like, the comeback story is the sweetest story. I just like the fact that the guy is not the boss to the people who shit on him. Oh, everybody destiny they have now. All the people who shit on him, destiny they have like this. They will be doing, yes, sir. So some people were calling me yesterday, how do we address a congratulatory message to Shehu? I say, hey, why are you asking me? I'm not his PA. I'm not in the, he says, the guy, if I call me, say, you see that thing you said the other day has happened. I said, what happened? So, you remember you said that, I should forget about NFF position and be hustling for sports minister. And when I told him, he said, that one is political. Nobody will answer him. I said, but you have to dream big. You have to think big. All these small, now our problem, we too they think plate of food, shop, house. Let's get past that. Let's get industrialized mindset. See the guy. I don't know where the blues. Come. Joseph that is sold to slavery is the one that responsible for their survival. Life is sweet. Some dramas. God. So I get money for not do one movie. God. Sebastian and Eddie, when I not understand the feeling, it's just like when I saw one tweet, I had to retweet it. Like one tweet about one guy for nature wrote magisterially long. I said, hey, when I say my talk, this one don't do. This one is coming from outside. This one do me. That time I say I not get respect. I the beef. Okay. Sebastian say, how do you think the scrapping of the sports ministry and setting up a national sports commission will impact sports development in Nigeria? So first off, when you go back to the days of Alex Akiele, SB Williams, and back in the day, we used to have national sports commission. It's still the same thing, just different nomenclature. But I think that Shehu Diko can rise or born himself with this. It's good that they're giving him for the kind of time and investment he's put into the industry and the mistakes that he's made. I mean, his biggest target was to be NFF president after Amaju, and he was betrayed. He was, burned. Now he's got this chance. One of the things he needs to do, I agree. Now, Fulani people need to forgive. If you're a Fulani person here watching, I know they apologize. That's just the basic truth. Me too, I need to forgive. So it's not like it's a negative thing. It's just a fact. But what I think, like I told him, I said, listen, I'm not going to be the one who comes to tell you do this or don't do this or don't do that. No. But what I can show you is that if you need my help, I can guide you. I can put things that you would be remembered for the rest of your life and your children, right? But you've got to be able to do them. And most times, when I sit in my house, I was like, how did this rejected son of Cristiano Fabruku become so influential out of nowhere? I don't know what I did, but I just feel like I've been in a place now where I've got powers. But now how to use that power is very, very important. So I told him, I said, listen, there's one thing you can do. If you can rebuild the national stadium, Surulere, for instance, and it becomes functional, the national team comes back to Lagos, you are a god. That's how the bar is very low. The bar of expectation for you is Bukayo Saka level. Just get to that level, you are world class. We're not that. You don't need to be an Robin. You don't have to be Overmars. You don't need to get to them Frank Ribery. That is alien. You don't need Messi level. Just Bukayo Saka level. Just dwarf level. You're good. So it is up to him to do. Because yesterday I was one of the first persons he called. Like, say this is what they're going to announce. So, and then I said, it's not for them to announce it. Would they fund your project? Because this is a big one. You're no longer running just football. You're running the entire sports. He said, are they going to release money for you? He said, that's not a problem. So I'm happy for him for that one. Now, it is not up to him how he dispenses it and does it. I hope he do well. I would, for the start, support him. That's for sure. Anybody that comes in, I will support. If he begins to show signs of, I get coconut head like Osimhen, then I would draw my support, and he would also feel the other side of the conversation. Obviously, that's the way I think it will go. But I'm seriously hoping that it will not need to get to that point. It will not need to, how do I put it? We will not need to get to the place where we're arguing whether you're doing the right thing or you're not doing the right thing. I just hope he does well. I really do hope he does well and he gets better, because we cannot always, stay on the sideline and this and that. Our sports needs to grow, and men like this in position need wise counsel. But again, he'll be surrounded by some psycho fan who will be telling him that you don't need to do all that. You just let's be jumping on private jet and be flying on government expense, and we'll see. ITK Sports says Yamal is better. I don't think many people have been fair, including my dear Mr. Idafe. Everyone is always better than Saka, Foden, Palmer, Martinelli, Madueke, etc. This boy try for us. What he don't win? I don't like Adeji says this no return leg is painful. No opportunity to revenge defeat like the Bayern Madrid defeat against Barca and Aston Villa. It's good like that. It's good like that. No more RNG. All of a sudden, the French teams are doing wonders. Only PSG are not playing according to book. Maybe we can see something from any of these teams. Sebastian Inene said, I think Nigerian football will enjoy good fortune under the NSC, considering Sheweriko's antecedent in football management, and I want to go kill him. If he focuses too much on football, he should develop sports and put up policies and plans that will make the sports industry become vibrant. That's very, very important. But obviously, football is his main love, so that will work. IDK Sports says, meanwhile, there is nothing Saka hasn't done for us in us. And for you now, with the judge by global football standard, that's why also the word nothing also applies to us. There's nothing they have won. Except being a keeper. That boy played defense for you. Play midfield. It doesn't matter. Because as the fuck or guy of the house, no me say that has get and I come better. Shooks and even say Lamine Yamal was never the reason Barca won the match. Rafinha with 3 goals and Lopez with 2 assists. Okay, let's start with that side of your conversation. And I like this conversation that you just brought now. Please, what about when Arsenal win matches that even Bukayo Saka just maybe create 1 assist and everybody says, it's a star boy. It's always going to be like that. Take Lamine Yamal out of that squad and let's see how it goes. I don't like you're going to say, why you they laugh when they mention Arsenal player's name for Ballon? Why they go mention Arsenal player for Ballon d'Or? Which Ballon d'Or? You will not say that nobody will vote for them. Even their own teammates not vote for them. They don't vote for themselves. Additional man say Yamal no need 5 years to show working. Saka they still struggle to show us working. The latter one you say make them just give Vinny the award. I don't know all this rice and beans concussion on the imagine Declan Rice for Ballon d'Or. What's all this nonsense? This award, they don't disrespect the award. Bukayo Saka name there for Ballon d'Or. Ballon, not the birthday balloon, no. Ballon d'Or. Well, here goes Kingsley say yes, so SBS now Elechi Amadi Polytechnic. I don't know why they changed that school name. I like School of Basic Studies. Elechi Amadi. And God, our feed does spoil. Our feed not going to get. He say we hope you will bring it home someday. I don't know. When I'll come to SBS, I mean the last time I was in Port Harcourt, I was in SBS. I didn't like the feel I used to have for SBS. I don't have it anymore. Although I share the says the Air Classico go hot to Lepcon. Say bro, good morning, please. You for continue with the list of no. I see some names there. I don't lose hope. I don't put the you self you hearing me call Declan Rice Ballon d'Or in the same sentence, you know, verse. Think I'm not sure. Who am I say Idafe? For you to know, say Bayern, you go see as we go take beat Barcelona on Saturday. Mark my word. Okay, I don't be lecture. I didn't mark anything, but I mean Barcelona they're not too big to lose, but we will see. Not gonna let Lamine Yamal take do 36 chambers of Shaolin. Not saying about yes, more better than Saka, but let's not make Saka look like a bad player. I'm not making him look like a bad player. It's the people that are saying he's world class that I need them to come and justify that world class. Come on, you cannot just say something and it will pass by. This is Professor Emeritus of football. You have to pass through my test. And Saka is not a bad player. I didn't say he's a bad player. I say he's good, but it's not there. Saka is good. Even you said not good. If we only put it to what he has won, same would make Harry Kane a bad player. Why do you always use bad? So the opposite of what class is bad? I don't understand. Additional of says Saka can't walk into the Barca team. Yamal is a game changer both in big matches and small matches. No say Barca say is Saka that bad? Well, now you know I'm gonna use bad to associate and I can't blame you after. The other one you say Barcelona are simply well coached the way Liverpool are being too. It does not mean they are perfect, but they are progressing well. What can I say? Please say that way. I want really know waiting put Barcelona for this shithole. Can spending so Barcelona is a micro example of Nigeria. Barcelona spend their future money in the present, believing that we have Jesus. His name is Lionel Messi. No matter what happened, he will fix it. So when they sold Neymar, remember when Paris Saint-Germain spent 196 million to pay for the Neymar buyout clause. Nobody ever expected that anybody would pay that money, right? Paris Saint-Germain did. They now went on a spending spree like, oh, we can spend the money. Coutinho over the board. They signed some players, Dembele, players that were not needed. First off, it distorted the team. And then because of that, you know, when you sign a player big, you give him big salary, there's a clause in Messi's contract that says once you put in so percentage in somebody's salary, you will give me this increase. So they were increasing Messi. People say Messi was anything. No, not the contract. Now give him the contract. And he was delivering on the field. So they started borrowing, they're taking money, taking more loan, business. They feel like we'll win, we'll get more sponsors, we'll get more brand. Real Madrid on the other side were trying to improve their stadium, improve infrastructure. They were just looking for on the field result, and then results were now falling apart. That's it. So they took money from the future, just like what we did from the Obasanjo to Goodluck Jonathan time, where we're taking the future money to pay for subsidy, and now there's no money to take again. We're not feeling the brunt. That's what happened with Barcelona, right? But I think Juan Laporta is doing the very best that he can do and is remedying the situation. Eventually, everything will be fine. Okay, I don't think that it's corruption, but it's what we call lack of foresight and lack of planning. So, let say Arsenal too has been financially strained at some point. During Wenger, he was forced to play our feeders team. He kept the team, leave Wenger and shit. Try to make excuse for Wenger. So I just say Barca hasn't done anything new that hasn't been done before. The difference between that and this is that Barca are going up. In the period they've won the league title. At that time, when you talk about Arsene Wenger, so what did they do? They start coming down. So they have done something that haven't been done before, my dear. So if you use that Wenger situation, that situation with Wenger put us now in a 20-year dip that they are still thinking whether they can get out of. They've not gotten out of it, okay? But in the deep that Barcelona went to, they won a league title 2 seasons ago. So put the things when you want to. Now this thing, so now they always cause problem. When you want to put things in a conversation, put them in their proper context. Because now you don't use Wenger, take rubbish Barcelona. Tomorrow night, if I can't come up, won't show you how rubbish Wenger be because is Wenger really that bad? You shouldn't be saying that shit, coach. Now they compare with FC Barcelona. What's the worry about shift? Additional must say diversity and inclusion. Now the scam then they use Saka now their poster boy. So all about you say why is Saka always used as a benchmark to measure others' excellence? No, it's not a benchmark. Now the first raise them up. So when they show they say no, this guy want to raise up, so no, they as good like that. That should speak for something, okay? Like you're gonna say, I feel people are unfair to Saka. He has never raised his head to act world class. No, let's start with Eden Hazard. Did Eden Hazard ever tell you that he's world class? Did Messi ever tell you that he's better than anybody? Do we not have a conversation around him? Why are we not afraid to have a conversation around him? TalkSport dragged him into this conversation, and here he is taking bashing for what he didn't bargain for. Not fair. Okay, let's talk about fair or not fair. Pep Guardiola was dragged into a conversation that now money to the win matches. He cannot coach youth players. Then he produced Foden, he produced Palmer, he produced Rico Lewis, and he's doing more. That's you're always going to be in the conversation. It's a public space. You're going to be in conversation. Also, let's not forget in all of this type of conversation, Messi never told you or anybody that is the greatest of all time. That conversation will always be there. So there's an industry that is in. He should take it. Christian Anamese says, "Good morning, boss. Good morning." To you. You are entitled to your opinion, but I totally disagree on this Saka Yamal talk. Yamal is super promising, but let him show the consistency in the next 2 or 3 years, then we can. If, let's be honest now, if Bukayo Saka had won the Euros, not even this last one, the one in England, and he played a pivotal role in England winning it, would we say let's wait for him to show the consistency first? This boy is a freaking teenager. He's already in the conversation for the very, very best. That's something. And that's how football is done. When Messi played his first game, friendly game against Juventus, Fabio Capello said this guy is going to be the next Maradona. It was a friendly match. He played only 42 minutes. He brought him in the second half. Fabio Capello said this guy is going to be the next Maradona. And everybody laughed and scoffed that he's too short, he's too shy, he doesn't have the charisma of Maradona. Did he become it or not? You can enter a conversation at any given